The journey of marriage is not about staying in one phase forever. No, growing together through each stage remains core in this journey. And so the honeymoon excitement, the reality checks, the stability you experience, the lifelong commitments, all weave together to actually form a rich, evolving love story for both of you. Hello there, that's Felix. I welcome you to my channel FJ Diaries. If you're watching me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, comment, share this video. I thank you so much for your support. God bless you. Right, so marriage practically is not a static experience. It evolves with time. And so couples usually don't remain in the same stage of love forever. Instead, depending on how their marriage situation turns out to be, they smoothly or roughly pass through different phases, each with its own joys, with its own challenges, and also lessons to offer. But the conscious effort on the part of couples to patiently recognize these stages helps you as couples again to gradually understand your relationship journey better. It helps you to appreciate the highs. It also helps you to navigate the lows with patience, with so much wisdom, the readiness to learn from each other and face challenges you may encounter together along this journey. This is very important for the success of for the building of your marriage, the building of that relationship you started together. And so now I actually want us to take a closer look at the four common phases, the four common phases of marriage most couples likely experience. Now, the first phase, the honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase. This phase focuses more on passion and discovery. It is actually the beginning stage, full of excitement, so much romance and idealism. Everything at the stage feels fresh and magical. It is during this phase of your marriage you get to learn more about each other's hidden identities, what was actually not made so manifest during the courtship or dating phase prior to both of you getting married. Again, at this stage, you express so much interest in sharing dreams together and enjoying the excitement of being chosen as one married to your spouse. A good feeling, I guess. Now, this may vary. What I'm about to say may vary, but is usually common among couples at this very first stage, and that is intimacy at the stage is frequent, very, very frequent. Compliments from both husband and wife flow easily towards each other, and to some far extent, differences that may after this phase seem very irritating, at this phase seem very minor. You tend to overlook your differences. Now, one major lesson to take note of and consciously apply at this very stage is to intentionally, and here it has to be intentional. Both of you should intentionally build a strong foundation of love. You should intentionally practice effective communication. You should intentionally learn to make each other trustworthy. These key things matter because of the next phases. And so it is very much important because the passion you get into the marriage with at this very first phase won't be enough to sustain the years ahead in your marriage. Now, the second phase. The second phase is the reality phase. The reality phase. This phase comes with regular bouts of conflict and the need to learn to adjust. And so the fact is, as the honeymoon phase or the excitement you tend to experience in the honeymoon phase, as this gradually fades, reality also begins to set in. And so, as part of the realities, your bills are going to increase. That's against when you were single. Now you are two together, your bills are going to be extra. One reality. And so you'll have more to pay. Your careers will need much of your attention at the expense of your spouse. Maybe, and here it is a maybe, because possibly once you begin to notice this, it will offer you the idea of developing a strategy to make your career not take your spouse's place. Another reality, you'll have children coming into the picture, unless you decide to delay giving birth to kids. But eventually, kids will come into the picture. Another reality. Now, differences you showed that once seemed cute and attractive in this phase may cause irritation very easily. These are unavoidable realities. Again, this is the stage where conflict often increases due to differences in opinions. Opinions from your husband, opinions from your wife. Partners at this stage realize they are not carbon copies of each other. And so they easily disagree. In fact, it's normal at this stage. They tend to also feel disappointed at each other due to certain unmet expectations. It's also a reality at this stage. Now, some couples struggle at this stage and may even assume that the love they have for each other is completely gone. But the beautiful truth is, they are simply transitioning to a much deeper phase. And this would require them being patient with each other. Now, in the midst of all these, it is wise at this very stage to learn healthy conflict resolution tactics. Accepting the imperfections in your partner and choosing teamwork over blame, because this phase is primarily about shifting from fantasy to real love. And so here your major need is patience to learn. Now the third phase is the stability phase. The stability phase. So here at this stage, you tend to find partnership and growth, okay, strengthening between couples. In fact, after working through reality and series of having to adjust or series of adjustments, many couples gradually enter a period of stability. And so most of the times for couples at this stage of their marriage, for the reason of having known each other so well and enough, they effortlessly begin to accept each other's flaws. Because then they would have known, okay, this is how my husband does his things, this is how my wife does her things. You tend to, at this stage, or couples tend to at this stage, begin to value each other's strengths, okay, and consciously choose to function as a team. Now, the love expressed for each other at this very stage is usually calmer, more respectful, more emotionally intimate, less dramatic, and more secure and grounded. Because then you will have acquired a very high level of understanding about each other's ways of doing things. And so couples in this phase, still at the stability phase, often focus on long-term goals to do with raising their children the best way they can, improving their career, doing all they can to get their career thriving, becoming better and better. They tend to focus on engaging in effective financial planning practices or sharing achievable dreams for the future. That's the stability phase. These are some of the things that usually happen. Now, while in this phase, a lesson, couples will need to nurture real connection with each other and not let routine turn into complacency. And so, um, remember that stability is beautiful. Stability is very, very unique. However, intentionally keeping romance and fun in the marriage, keeping these alive is a real game changer. You can actually afford to take them for granted. Now, the fourth phase, which remains a tendency, one that every couple likely in their journey will encounter, is the commitment phase. The commitment phase. So, this stage basically is the deepest and most mature phase of marriage. Love in this phase mainly isn't about constant excitement. Love expressed at this stage to each other usually focuses much more on loyalty to each other, acceptance of each other beyond individual flaws. Love at this stage focuses much more on real companionship. And so the fact is, up to this stage, you would have weathered varying storms of your marriage together. You would have celebrated several wins together and also built a shared history. You look back and you're able to assess and confidently say together that, hey, buddy, we have really come far. This experience leaves you with natural joy, a very strong bond between both of you that cannot be broken if you will not allow that to happen. And so at this phase, marriage becomes less about me or even us in isolation, and rather more about what both couples can create together going forward. Now, note that love is a choice, not just a feeling. Couples who reach this stage usually say confidently that they are more in love now at this very stage than in the beginning of the marriage. A real feeling you can't hide. My dear friend, the journey of marriage is not about staying in one phase forever. No, growing together through each stage remains core in this journey. And so the honeymoon excitement, the reality checks, the stability you experience, the lifelong commitments all weave together to actually form a rich, evolving love story for both of you. It is a fact, and I believe it will remain a fact forever, that strong marriages, you don't have to doubt this, strong marriages are not built on avoiding challenges. No. Embracing each phase, rather, with the mindset to know why, learning the lessons they come with, and choosing each other over and over again helps both of you to build a strong marriage. I ask you this question now. You may choose to or not, but I wish you would actually share this. So, assessing your marriage, assessing your marriage to this point, in which of the four stages or phases do you find yourselves? In which of these four phases? The honeymoon phase, the the reality phase, the stability phase, the commitment phase? In which of them do you find yourself? Kindly share your experiences in the comment section for the learning of others. I'll appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Right. So until I come your way another time, I encourage you to take very good care of each other as couples and do all you can to make your marriage work and be beautiful. I thank you for having watched me till this time. While you wait for my next video, remember, as I always say, to let love lead always. Thanks for watching.